Week in Space Academy has been an introduction to an exciting future among the stars, exploring a universe of science and technology. We experience the sensations of astronaut training, see the space program in the making, and touch the history of space exploration. Is simulator orientation, when we get a first-hand introduction to the Space Academy Level 1 mission simulators. During our missions, we'll use the Discovery Shuttle mock-up. Our team spends a lot of time learning about our upcoming mission. We all learn our special jobs. Our team spends time emphasizing the importance of teamwork in the space program.
Hello.
What's your name?
Tori. Tomasi.
And where are you from?
Largo, Florida.
And what was your favorite activity here at Space Academy?
Endeavor mission.
And what did you like best about that?
The takeoff.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi. What's your name and where are you from? Okay, thanks a lot.
Apollo astronauts preparing for lunar missions had to learn to walk on the lunar surface, where gravity is only 1/6 of that on Earth. That could cause problems for astronauts working in bulky spacesuits. They trained using equipment like Space Camp's moonwalk training chair. The springs are 5/6 of a person's weight, so it feels like walking on the moon. It isn't always easy to keep your balance.
And they just did experiments.
Most of us are excited about trying out the multi-axis training chair. Early Mercury astronauts used equipment like this to learn what they should do if their spacecraft started to tumble out of control. The Mercury astronauts trained on the multi-axis spin training inertial facility, or MASTIF. It was in a completely darkened room, enclosed in plexiglass, so the astronauts couldn't look out and tell which direction was up and which was down. In space, astronauts can't always use their eyes to tell up from down. The multi-axis in Space Academy never spins more than 3 times in one direction, so we're busy. But it sure is unique.
Like it will be interesting.
Thank you very much.
Before NASA started using a water tank to train astronauts for sex, it used the 5 Degrees of Freedom Training Simulator, or 5DF. Gemini astronauts used the 5DF to train for the first American spacewalks. The chair is on pivots, so it can cartwheel or somersault, and it actually floats on compressed air, a tiny fraction of an inch above the floor. Since it's like flying, you can move forward and backward from side to side, or spin like a top. The only thing you can't do in the 5DF that you can do is move up and down. But the 5DF gives us a taste for what it might be like to work in space.
Okay, thanks a lot.
We go to a swimming pool and do a training exercise using a three-sided pyramid. Astronauts built a similar pyramid during a space shuttle mission in 1986. Working in the water is almost as difficult as working in space. Meanwhile, the payload spent doing experiments in the Space Lab module. Space Lab is the European Space Agency's reusable science laboratory. It fits into the shuttle's payload bay and can be used again and again. The payload specialists do several experiments to test a person's reactions to weightlessness or to measure radiation. Each experiment is based on work that has either been done in space or on experiments planned for future missions.
Almost before you know it, the week has come to an end, and it's time for graduation. Lots of people have come from across the country to see us graduate and receive our certificates and wings. Then comes the awards presentation.
And now for the other Academy team, it is Boeing, and Vicki was their counselor. Well, let's see, what can I say? They weren't the best, they weren't the worst, so they fell somewhere in the middle, which is just fine with me. First we have Nam Bazell, Overland, Ohio. David Henderson from Logan, Utah. Jared Swan from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Tori Tamayas from Largo, Florida. Amy Barr from Palo Alto, California. Michelle Morton from Houston, Texas. Now let's talk about this best mission. What do you say, Academy? Well, they have 2 missions of 2 hours, and they're very, very high pressured. They have all kinds of different things that go on in the Freedom Space Station or in Space Lab. They have all kinds of things they have to work together as a team. And for the first time in history of Space Academy, there really was a tie. So I want both teams to come down here and receive their shuttle pin. Let's give them a big applause for having a tie this week.
Isn't really over for us. We'll keep in touch with team members. Ahead is Space Academy Level 2. Remember now, work hard in school and take all the math and science courses available to you. Tell your friends about Space Camp, and above all, set high goals. wouldn't it be great if you or a member of your team were the first Americans to walk on Mars?